Trevor began his radio career at BBC Radio Nottingham in 1974 and went on to be a producer at BBC Radio 1 from 1979 to 1983. Throughout his career, he worked with big names such as Noel Edmonds, Tommy Vance, Dave Lee Travis and John Peel, as well as developing the 25 Years of Rock series. However, he has recently touched on the ever-changing presenters which come and go on BBC Radio 1 and 2 and expressed that the BBC don't care what its audience thinks. When discussing what it felt like to see the presenter changes, Trevor described it as walking into your home and someone having rearranged the furniture. He asked, why do BBC executives so often risk the wrath of their most loyal consumers by axing much-loved broadcasters who have become family friends? How dare they let Paul O'Grady leave? What will I do without Steve Wright and the posse in the afternoon? No, not Vanessa too? Well, if you're seething about the high-handed way the bosses are treating you, don't bother writing to complain, because they don't care what you think, he told Radio Times. Trevor added, the modernizers at the BBC think of Radio 2 as a comfy old high-street boozer. Out goes the cheery landlord with his tankards and dartboard. He explained that the reason for their obsession to change is the data which sees Radio 2's audience getting older, with a new average age of 54. Over the last couple of months, there has been announcement after announcement of BBC Radio 1 and 2 hosts leaving their long-term positions. Scott Mills recently signed off on his last radio show after 24 years of telling listeners to turn on the radio if they ever felt alone. Scott struggled to hold back his tears after choosing to play One Direction's Night Changes as his last song, and ended the show with his iconic catchphrase, "Love you, bye." In a statement about his departure, he expressed, I, like millions of you, have grown up with Radio 1, it has been more than half my life sat here talking to you. In that time I have publicly come out, met some of my best friends like the one sitting opposite me, I have had breakups, found love and lost it again sometimes, and said hello and goodbye to family. Every low, this show has got me through, and every high I have been lucky enough to celebrate has been here. Radio 1 has been the constant through all this. Thank you to every single one of you. This show is nothing without you, your calls, your messages, your texts, your companionship. The BBC also announced there were to be some huge changes to the schedule, with fan favourites including Craig Charles and Tony Blackburn losing their usual slots. The new lineup sees Drag Race star Michelle Visage permanently joining the station, which airs across Fridays to Sundays and began on Friday, July 15th. In August, Michelle also returned with Series 2 of her BBC Sounds podcast, Michelle Visage's Rule Breakers, which is broadcasted on Radio 2 on Saturdays. Other celebrities who have left their positions within the BBC radio team include Paul O'Grady after he quit his Radio 2 show after 14 years, being replaced by comedian Rob Beckett. Vanessa, 60. Told Radio 2 Early Breakfast show listeners last month she was leaving the station in August and said, I now need to step down to catch up on a much-needed decade's deficit of beauty sleep. Steve Wright bid farewell to Wright in the Afternoon, which is broadcast each weekday from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., at the end of September. Read the full interview with Trevor Dunn in this week's Radio Times, out now.